if I had known. Mr. Jacker was known in his neighborhood as a good man, calm, humble, hardworking, and gentle to a fault. He loved his wife deeply, perhaps even more than he loved himself. To anyone watching from outside, he was the kind of husband many women prayed for. He provided for the home, never raised his voice, and always tried to make peace, no matter the situation. But inside his home, things were not as peaceful as they seemed. Mrs. Jacker had a sharp tongue, sharp enough to cut through glass. She would talk endlessly, argue over little things, and insult her husband with painful words whenever there was a disagreement. It wasn't that she didn't love him. Perhaps she did in her own way, but her temper always got the better of her. Still, Mr. Jacker endured it. He believed that love was about patience. Whenever his wife rained insults on him, he would quietly walk away or sit in silence, hoping she would calm down eventually. He never retaliated, not with words, not with actions. He simply bore it like a rock facing the storm. But even rocks erode when the storms don't stop. One fateful evening, Mr. Jacker returned home from a long, stressful day at work. The sun had already dipped below the horizon, and he was exhausted, physically and mentally. All he wanted was a warm plate of food and a moment of peace. He entered the house and greeted his wife softly. "My dear, good evening. Please, is my food ready?" Instead of a calm response, she turned sharply, her face already twisted in irritation. "Food, that's all you know. You think I'm your maid. Go and look in the kitchen yourself, if you can find anything." Mr. Jacker sighed, rubbing his eyes. He was too tired to argue, too hungry to ignore. But he remained calm. "My dear, I'm not trying to upset you. I just asked." Before he could finish, she cut him off with a barrage of insults. "You and that your dirty mouth, always opening your teeth like a foolish he-goat. Have you ever looked in the mirror? Your teeth look like they're trying to escape your mouth. Goat teeth, that's what you have." That last part stung. Mr. Jacker froze. He had heard many things from her before, worse even, but something about comparing his natural teeth to those of a goat broke something inside him. Maybe it was the tone. Maybe it was the day's stress finally catching up. Maybe it was just too much. Without thinking, he raised his hand and slapped her. It was the first time, the only time. She stumbled backward, hit her head against the wall, and collapsed. "Silence, dear," he said, his voice trembling. No response. "Please wake up," he whispered, kneeling beside her, his hands shaking as he tried to lift her. "Please, I didn't mean to. I was just tired." Still no response. Panic rose in his chest like a wave. Tears filled his eyes as he cradled her head in his lap. "God, please, don't let anything happen to her. If I had known it would end like this, I would have accepted it. Yes, my teeth look like that of a he-goat. So what? I would have smiled and laughed it off. I would have lived with it, with all the insults. Just let her be okay, please. He wept uncontrollably. Just then she stirred. Her eyes fluttered open slowly, and she looked around in confusion. What happened? She mumbled. Mr. Jakar broke into fresh tears, tears of relief. He held her tightly, whispering, "I'm sorry, I'm so sorry. I'll never raise my hand again. Say anything you want. Call me he-goat or worse. I'll take it. I'd rather live with the insult than live without you." She stared at him in silence, perhaps finally realizing the depth of his love and the pain her words had caused for so long. Sometimes it takes a moment of disaster for truth to shine through. From that day on, the Jaka household changed. Not perfectly, not immediately, but something shifted. She talked less, listened more. He smiled more, even if his teeth still looked like a he-goat's, and sometimes they both laughed about it. Because peace is more precious than pride, and love, when tested, can still find its way home.